Political commentator Winston Springer continues to hammer opposition leader Allen Chastanet on his non-attendance at parliament sittings and absence from the local political scene since the July 26 general election. The Micoud South MP, who surfaced at a virtual media conference of the United Workers' Party last week, took umbrage with the criticism leveled at him by opponents, arguing he was entitled to a long overdue vacation.
First of all, when I left office, I left with over 250 days of leave due to me. The fact that I'm not going to be compensated for that time is irrelevant. I gladly give up those days of vacation while I was in office, and particularly with what was going on with COVID. In terms of attendance at Parliament, I've certainly not made any political statements that I'm boycotting Parliament in any way, unlike other persons who walked out of Parliament.
But Springer insists the no-show in Parliament is inexcusable given the constitutional importance of the post of opposition leader and equally significant role of a democratically elected representative. The former SLP spokesman says it's time the former Prime Minister reports to duty and take the oath as a legislator and represent the interests of the electorate.
What BS! Coming from an individual who has been on vacation from the time his party won the election in 2016, traveling the world at taxpayers' expense. That the only COVID-19 pandemic could put a stop to. How much vacation time is due a Prime Minister yearly? And where is that written? John Compton never took a vacation, nor did Alan Louisy or Winston Snack or Vaughan Lewis when they were Prime Minister, or George Charles, Julian Hunt, Neville Snack, Stephenson King, or Louis George when they were leaders of the opposition. Which, Alan, you are not. You are not even a parliamentarian, as you have not been sworn in or taken the oath of office.
Springer invoked the names of the late former education ministers Louis George and Arsene James as the quintessential representatives whose service at times went unheralded but presence with constituents remained unbroken.
The late Louis George, the former representative for Micoud North, was the only opposition representative and thus leader of the opposition in 1997. He did not run away from his responsibilities for that constituency. He lived, breathed, and died in Micoud North. Your predecessor, Arsene James, never left the people of Micoud South, even after he was unceremoniously dumped by members of your party as a leader of the opposition. He stayed and fought the good fight for Micoud South.
No timetable has been announced regarding Chastanet's scheduled return, except for the murmurings from well-placed sources of preparations to formalize an administrative office. The office of the Leader of the Opposition is reportedly set to move from its current downtown Castries location to supposedly more comfortable premises.
Let me inform you, sir, that the building on High Street that houses the offices of the Leader of the Opposition that you are allegedly refusing to occupy was the property and home of one of St. Lucia's most prominent families, the family of businessman P.P. Vincent. Also on High Street was the business tycoon Elwin Maslin, the Braffits, Hyacinth, Malins Compton, uncle of John G.M. Compton, and father of St. Lucia's top diplomat Gus Compton, Kenny Anthony, the Jameses, the Fosters, Girodi, Alexander, and Beaubret, to name a few. But I guess they are not of your class or products of Canada.
Chastanet, who was vacationing overseas, is resolute that he has not contravened the Constitution, claiming he remains in tune with constituents and abreast of party operations. UWP officials are standing by the opposition leader, with Senator Dominic Fady claiming the criticism is nothing more than a distraction. Joachim Duplessis, HTS News Force.